Hello, I am Gambit017, and I am going to be doing a video for the Fastest for Summoner Showcase. This is going to be a Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Dark Matter Hunt, which is one of the objective modes in Free Enterprise you can play as. You need to get 30 Dark Matters and return it to Corey, who is the astrologist in Eggert. Doing so when you the game. The thing with this run is that the 2020 April Fool's flag push me to jump is initiated, which enables us to break the game in even more fun and exciting ways. So, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. So the whole point of this run is to collect the 30 Dark Matters and return it to Corey. Normally, to do so, you would need to get a whole bunch of key items and go through, and let's go speed things up a little bit. Go through checking all the chests. In this flag set, all the chests are empty with the exception of the ones that have Dark Matters in them. And with Push Me to Jump, there is no need to really find almost any key items. Matter of fact, if I am lucky, everything I need is available on the overworld and underworld, and I don't have to worry about actually fighting a single boss. So, as seen, here's our objective. Bring 30 Dark Matters to Corey and Eggert. Complete all the objectives in any order to win the game. Thank you, Naming Way. So with the Push Me to Jump, it really, as I said, breaks the game to the point where you can just jump over walls. You can enter Baron right away. No waiting, no fuss, no nothing. Here's my first Dark Matter. It also shows off knowledge of where chests and everything are in game. Because of hidden chests or hidden pot stuff. I'm trying to find anything. Look at that, 2 more. Beautiful. So, I saw during the opening cutscene that there is nothing in those chests. Actually, sorry, I screwed up. I want to go look at one more thing. One of the other features here with Push You to Jump is I can just do this into the Baron Waterway. I don't have to worry about going down into Data Baron Key, going through the sewer that way. I can go ahead and come down here and see if I get lucky and there's a couple more down here. So on average, these flags take about 30 to 35 minutes to run. They can take longer if I end up having to go to the moon or go take on a boss somewhere, but for the most part, they can be done, again, in about the 30-minute mark. This has been a very empty Baron Waterway today. Usually there's at least one there. But the good thing about doing it that way is it pops you right back into Baron already, so I'm not even worrying about... Hey, look, it's Golbez. Couple things we can do for this run is we can have a naming incentive. I would recommend only doing one naming incentive if one was done, mainly because of the fact that this particular flag set is 3 distinct characters, and again, the way that this is going to be run, I will probably never pick up a second character or a third character, so I won't even know who's in the seed, and I don't want to risk someone donating and not getting their donation in because that character doesn't appear. With a single character name donation, I can name whatever the starting character of the seed is. And that way we already know who it's going to be. They're guaranteed to be in the seed. so nothing here. Okay, one of the cool features that I'll show off here in a second is you can jump, in addition to jumping over all the things, you can jump over boss spots too, and boss tiles, and I'll show that off when we get to the Watery Pass, where I'm going to attempt to jump over the boss spot so I can loot the 4 chests down there. Nope, nope. Again, it's one of these flag sets that every single chest that has one counts. I've gotten to the point where I've had almost all of my dark matters be on the overworld or underworld. I have had seeds where I've had to go to the moon to go get those last couple ones, because they're just gated behind stuff I can't get to. This waterfall I'm gonna walk into. Nothing there. You see, it makes it a lot easier to jump. To push me to jump, I can just I break the game in points where I'm jumping right over stuff. No hesitation, no waiting. That's it. Yep, that's it. 5 right now or 6? I'm at 8 right now. I've not been keeping up my counter very well. Another possible incentive could be wanting to try to get one boss like an incentive for at least one battle, just to show off the actual push speed to jump component. Again, in this particular flag says right now really showed off, but the flag does allow any character to press B to jump, not just Kane. So okay, there. That could also be another donation incentive type thing. But here's where it gets a little tricky. Go, that was a good jump. Now, if there's nothing down here I can reset out. That's what I'm going to do. But there was one down there trying to re-jump that and get back up top. Is also fun. There's start matter number 10. There's start matter number 11. also makes it go by a lot quicker with the fact that you can literally look and see if it's an empty chest, walk away. There's not going to be anything in it. There's also a variant I could run in where I set, again with that naming incentive, we could set the starting character to be Tella, which using the exit spell definitely speeds up this seed, this flag set by a good, let's say 3 to 5 minutes with some of the checks that need to be made. So, this is another tricky spot. But if I time my jumps properly, I should be able to jump over both boss triggers here. Oh, okay. So that's another possibility you can do. There's all kinds of cutscene triggers, boss triggers, other stuff like that you can jump over. As well as all these little tricks where there's walls that you can jump through. There are a bunch of other different things you can jump through. 12. As a matter of fact, I should be able to jump this one. There. Jump back, right back out. The biggest appeal to this particular flag set is the fact that it's speed, basically. It's not going to be a long seed. It's not going to be people grinding. This is quite literally, as you'll see, a 30 to 35 minute seed. Perfect timing to split between a couple long showcases of bigger games. And again, you can see there, I can pull up, look, see that both those chests are empty. And instead of continuing up the mountain, just come right back down. Another place I could check that I've not been checking right now is the Chocobo Forests. Those could always hold a dark matter, especially if I'm down to like needing just 1 or 2 left. Definitely a place I might think about going to check. Okay, this is a bit of an interesting seed because with the magma key start, it allows me to do this. I will show off, however, how you can get to the underground without needing a magma key or a hook. So there's still 3 places I haven't gone. Here, Magnus, and Zod. I'm going to do here first. Now, the hard part about doing some of these checks, like Evelyn Cave and Evelyn Castle, is the trap chests, because they will still be there no matter what. So, whereas there might be a chest that's not empty, in this one, it could also be a monster chest. In which case, the level 1 party I have is not going to be able to take care of that. So, in those cases, you reset out, you go back in. So basically what I'm looking for is I'm going to go to the other tower. If I find more than one chest, it means that there's at least one dark matter. I see there, dark matter. That's a monster. The question's going to become, is this one a monster or dark matter up here? And that's the risk you kind of got to take to decide whether or not it is a dark matter. So that actually puts me at 13, and then the next check will put me at 14. That means more than likely both of those in the right tower are trap chests. So I am going to ignore you. I see another full chest. Nope, good. So those are trap chests. So I did avoid one. It's always a fun thing. Go. As I mentioned, Chocobo forests do have trap chests in them, or not trapped, hidden chests. And sometimes they can contain dark matters as well. There's a couple of Chocobo forests I did not check. That more than likely I will go check if these don't pan out. It's 15, so we are at the 17-minute mark. We are halfway there. One there. Beautiful. Now, what can also be spicy is with an Earth Crystal start, you end up getting the access to the Troya Treasury, which is a prime spot where some dark matters could hide. Again, the rarity of that happening is pretty big, but definitely, again, along with an opening tele, would speed up the seed. So again, with the push speed to jump, breaks it open, you just jump the walls, you head immediately under, check what's down here in Earth. There's one. If I had an Earth crystal, you actually go up and check the treasury, as well as if you feeling very cheeky, you can go up and check Zod itself for one. But you also have the problem of the possible trap chest. So I got one more from down here. One. So there's the 3 Chocobo Force, 1 by Fabul, 1 by Ordeals, 1 by Baron. They all have 1 chest in them apiece that could also hold a possible dark matter. As seen. So here we are done with all the overworld checks. With the exception of Tower Zot, we have 20 dark matters. It's at this point that I'm going to go check Cave Emblem for something. Drop and save outside, and due to the power of press B to jump, don't even have to worry about trying to go with the hook. You can just jump over the mountains. It's fine. Who needs mountains anyway? Now again, the thing with Cape Evelyn, and then as well as most of the other underground checks once we get there, is there are trap chests. So there's no guarantee and that one, I would not be surprised if that's monster chest. If we find a second chest with stuff in it, that's the monster chest. Now we know the first one we saw is not. We can come back down. We already checked those 3 chests. We know they're blank, so we just exit right through. Pick up the dark matter over here. Dark matter number 22. Drop a save here just in case. Bye bye Yang and Mom Bomb. Cool, so the monster chest is right there. That's good to know, which means we can check the rest of the chests here without impunity. Oops, can't jump over both of them. Alright, so are you? No, you're not. Alright. Actually, faster to go back this way and jump that wall again. And a lot of this is also trying to keep an eye out on chests as you go by them. There are a lot of chests you can see before you can actually get to. And on those chests, if you can see and say, oh, but there's nothing there, you can just kind of keep on moving instead of walking all the way over to it. that one there. That one we go back for because that's going to be another dark matter. As you see, we've just completed the hook route without actually getting the hook. You can also see Ashura's at the top of the tower, not like you can actually defeat her or anything. Empty. So now that we're underground, the spots open up a little bit more. You've got the Sylph Cave, you've got the Fame Arch, you've got Dwarf Castle, you've got Tomra, you've got Kakol's Shop as the things that are immediately accessible, as well as the Tower of Babel. Tower of Babel actually contains a lot of trap chests, same with Sylph Caves. Those are usually avoided if possible. I am, however, going to run a quick check of just the first couple of chests here. Because you never know and I saw 3 of the 4 over there. If there's one that's on the way, that's not monsters, then it can be worth it. In this case, that one was monsters. The other ones we're not going to bother checking. Fame Arch is a little bit easier because there's only one trap chest. So, we immediately go down, we look, we see. That's the pass. That's the one downside to this, is the pass is in chests, so there's going to be 3 of them somewhere in the world, mostly underground. You're empty, you're empty. You're empty. There's the dark matter. So one of these is a dark matter, one of these is a monster chest. Hey, alright, I guessed right. That should put me at 25, I believe. 26. Seven. Baron Key, which actually opens up an interesting check. And you see how push speed to jump just breaks it where there's interesting places you can go. The Luca key would have been nicer there, for the fact that we could have gone into Luca Cave and probably found the rest of what we need there. There's also the Temp Job Dwarf, Personal Administrator. That can be a donation incentive to talk to the Temp Job Dwarf or not. So at 27, I am just needing 3 more. So we're gonna roll Dwarf Castle. 2 more. I've got 28. Off by 1. So one. Just need 1 more. And one of the reasons I went ahead and used the magma key, even though it wasn't technically required, but the way I did this, was so when I get to this point, I'm not having to worry about sitting through that cutscene. Any of the chests up here have any? Nope. So we need to go back down to the other side. Whew. We need to go back up there. Go down. Right, one last chance. There it is, number 30. So you see, at just over the 30-minute mark, I have the 30 I need without having to fight a single boss. Now it's just a matter of heading up back to Agert, which is thankfully right here where we come up at. Dropping our dark matters off. And there we go. So, as I said, it's a fun little way to break it. A nice little dark matter hunt with the push speed jumps. It's really quick, really fun. It's all about knowledge of where trap chests are, where hidden chests are, making sure you do your routing properly. Again, usually it takes anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes, depending on exactly how hidden some of these are. But 99% of the time can be done right around the 30-minute mark. So it makes for a good little filler game between two longer runs, or if you just kind of have the space that needs to be filled. Again, donation incentive-wise, we can do the one for naming one character, and we can use that name as for the starting character. Could even, to speed things up a little bit, force the starting character to be Tella. Could do naming donation incentive to force talk to the Chimp Drop Dwarf. And again, the one thing I did not show off was the in-battle press B to jump. Could force to take one battle, probably just a random encounter over near Baron, and just show off that. Otherwise, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.